Welcome in this second half of the lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss solvent extraction method of metal ions. Okay. In last half, we have studied factors affecting the solvent extraction. In this lecture, we are going to study solvent extraction methods. Which methods are used for extraction of metal ions? कोणते मेथड वापरले जातात? There are four different methods which are used. That is chelate formation, ion association method, solvation method, and synergic extraction method. Okay, so commonly by using four different methods, that is chelate formation method, ion association method, solvation method, and synergic extraction method, we can carry out the solvent extraction methods of different metal ions. Now one by one we are going to see in details. That is, first method is, or technique is, the chelate formation. Now what is particularly chelate? Chelate is nothing but these are the specific type of reagents which are having tendency to form coordinate type of bonding with metal ions similar to ligand. Okay, so metals are electropositive. They are having tendency to donate electrons. Automatically, the chelating agents forms stable and neutral complex with metal ions. Okay, so during the solvent extraction process, which those metal we have to extract, these chelates form a stable and neutral complex with chelating agents. आता chelating agent कुठले आहेत? We are taking EDTA. EDTA is one of the nice chelating agent which is having tendency to form bond with copper, magnesium, calcium, iron. ह्या मेटल बरोबर बॉन्ड फॉर्म करण्याची त्यांची टेंडन्सी आहे, and that's why the rate of that particular solvent extraction goes on increasing. Now whenever such type of chelating complex are formed, these chelating complex are soluble in water. Majority these chelate complex are having tendency to become more soluble in water. वॉटरमध्ये ते जास्तीत जास्त काय होत राहतात? सोल्युबल होत राहतात. And hence the chelate indirectly forms bond with chelate agent forms bond with metal, give the formation of chelate complex, and these chelate complex are having tendency to dissolve in water so that their water solubility goes on increasing. त्यांच्या वॉटरमध्ये सोल्युबल होण्याचं प्रमाण काय होतं? Increase होतं. Then majority chelating agents are usually bidentate or multidentate organic ligands. Bidentate or multidentate. First we see what is bidentate. So those chelating agent which is having tendency to form bond with two metal ions of same type, एकाच प्रकारच्या सोल्युशन मधल्या मेटल आयन बरोबर दोन बॉन्ड किंवा कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड तयार करण्याची जर टेंडन्सी असेल तर त्याला आपण म्हणू शकतो बायडेंटेट. अँड मोस्ट ऑफ आर हॅव्हिंग ट्राय, टेट्रा, हेक्झॅडेंटेट such type of tendency goes on increasing with organic ligands which provide hydrophobic packet to the metal ions. Now hydrophobic packet to metal ion means what? Whenever metal ions forms bond with this chelate complex, they form a hydrophobic tendency. Hydrophobic in the sense water loving tendency. And as the water loving tendency goes on increasing, automatically these hydrophobic pockets increase the solubility of these metal ions or चिलेट कॉम्प्लेक्स आयन्स into the water. म्हणजे वॉटरची solubility तो increase करतो. Bidentate किंवा multidentate tendency आहे and hence the rate of solvent extraction goes on increasing. Means they forms bond with water molecule and water molecule gives various type of various type of particular natures. Then third, organic part of such ligand is strongly interact with organic solvent system and thereby metal chelate becomes soluble into organic phase. Okay. Now what is the tendency? Depending upon the nature of chelate, organic part of such ligand or chelate complex is strongly interact with organic solvent system and thereby metal chelate becomes soluble in organic phase. Metal chelate जास्तीत जास्त कशामध्ये soluble होतात organic phase मध्ये. So chelate complexes are having tendency to form ligands strongly with ऑर्गॅनिक सॉल्व्हंट सिस्टीम म्हणजे ऑर्गॅनिक पार्ट जो आहे तो ऑर्गॅनिक सॉल्व्हंट सिस्टीम बरोबर लिगॅंड तयार करेल अँड मेटल चिलेट बिकम सोल्युबल इन टू मोस्ट ऑफ द मेटल चिलेट बिकम सोल्युबल इन टू ऑर्गॅनिक फेज. तो जास्तीत जास्त ऑर्गॅनिक फेज बरोबर काय तयार करेल त्याची बॉन्डिंग तयार करेल. सो दिस इज द टेक्निक by which by chelate formation method solvent extraction is carried out. Again in short I will repeat, chelate complexes are nothing but these are the compounds, organic or inorganic compounds, which are having tendency to form a stable neutral complex with chelating agents or metal ions. These chelates are majority in water soluble. They contain two parts. One is the hydrophobic part which is loving water molecules and organic part loving organic solvent system. So automatically the rate of solvent extraction goes on increasing in both phases by using chelate complex. Is it right? So this is about chelate formation. Next is the ion association method. Now what is ion association method? In ion association method, that is metal ions are having tendency to form ionic complex with certain ions. मेटल आयनची ionic complex बरोबर काय तयार करण्याची टेंडन्सी आहे complexes. In turn these ionic complexes get associated with oppositely charged ions called as ion association complex. Okay, in the solvent, organic solvent as well as aqueous solvent system, oppositely charged ions are get associated with charges on metal ions. Metal ion वरती जर पॉझिटिव्ह चार्ज असेल तर these metal ions forms bond with oppositely charged ions present in ionic complexes. The overall method or process is known as ion association complex. या सगळ्या प्रोसेसला आपण काय म्हणू शकतो ion association complex. Again I will repeat, in ion association method easily what we are going to do, काय आपण करू शकतो तर those metal ions which is to be extracted, these metal ions are having tendency to form bond with ionic complexes or specific ions Whenever such type of ionic complexes forms bond with metal ions, then they are get associated with oppositely charged ions present in the solution, and rate of ion association during solvent extraction goes on increasing, and the rate of particular solvent extraction also increases. त्या solvent extraction चा rate सुद्धा काय होईल? Increase होईल. Is it right? So the process is called as ion association method. The next method is a solvation method. First we see what is solvation. That is the process in which the metal ions are get solvated by solvent molecule and trapped inside the solvent cage. Cage म्हणजे काय? पिंजरा. सॉल्व्हंटच्या opposite charge here, these particulars are get solvated with metal ions and they form specific type of cage. Whenever such type of cage is formed, central metal ion is get trapped. It is get trapped inside the solvent cage, and the particular molecule or polar solvent system is developed. Overall process is called as what? Solvation. That is, metal ions are get surrounded by other type of solvents which is having oppositely charge. They are get trapped inside the solvent cage and the solvation process is developed. The solvent used for solvation is soluble in organic phase. Hence, metal ions get extracted from aqueous phase into the organic phase. What is the condition? That is, those solvent which is used for solvation, they are soluble in organic phase. जे सॉल्व्हेशनसाठी जे आपण सॉल्व्हंट यूज करतो, this particular solvent is soluble in organic phase. Hence, metal ions are get extracted from aqueous phase into organic phase. Aqueous phase मधून ते कशात extract व्हायला सुरुवात होईल? Organic phase मध्ये. So these are the 2 points. That is, during the solvation process, solvent forms complex surrounded by the metal ions, and metal ions are get trapped in the cage of solvent. First thing. Second, those solvent which is used for solvation process is majority soluble in organic phase. Hence, metal ions get extracted from aqueous phase to organic phase. And now, this is the process which is used for solvation and solvent extraction. Which are the solvents particularly used for solvation during the solvent extraction? That is, carboxylic acids, organic acids are used. Then second, ternary amines are also used. Ternary amines are used for solvation process. Third, alkyl substituted phosphoric acids. Alkyl substituted phosphoric acids are used for solvation process, means these are the extractants or the solvents which are used for solvation process during solvent extraction. Which are, that is, carboxylic acids, ternary amines, and alkyl substituted phosphoric acids. These are the 3 examples which are related with solvation process. Is it right? So these are the some methods which are used for the purpose of solvent extraction. Okay, thank you. We will stop in this lecture.